In this season of Christmas, a question. When was the last time you even thought about the power of kindness? Our cover story is reported by Lee Cowan.
The wonderful thing about It's a Wonderful Life is those final few minutes when George Bailey, after a lifetime of doling out kindness, finally gets it all back in full measure.
To my big brother George, the richest man in town.
Sure, it's a Hollywood ending. Kindness rarely parades into your living room, after all. But it can appear in places you don't really expect.
All the trees were here, and there were some in the back.
For Tracy Bild, it was the parking lot of this Dairy Queen,
From what I understand,
some 30 years ago tonight.
My mom loves Christmas, and we were very much about Christmas, but we just didn't have any money for a Christmas tree. That was just the reality.
Yes, on that Christmas Eve, here in Urbana, Ohio, there was no tree, no presents, no money, except for the few coins she and her brother scrounged out of the couch cushions.
How much did you come up with?
I mean, it wasn't much. It was literally quarters and dimes. It was probably
pocket
under
change.
$1.
Nonetheless, they took their meager offering to the only tree lot in town, at that Dairy Queen, run by a round-faced man nicknamed Jug. Jug had been a Marine and an Ohio State trooper, and although pretty stern-faced in those old photos, on that night, Jug seemed to Tracy as soft as new-fallen snow.
You know, the thought of my children
guys, go this way.
walking a couple miles in hopes of finding on Christmas Eve a Christmas tree to take home to their mom, I can imagine that must have touched his heart.
Touched, indeed. Jug not only gave them a tree, he gave them his biggest and best. No questions asked.
It was about the magic of Christmas, of human kindness and somebody doing something for us that we did not expect someone to do.
Not expecting it is what makes kindness so special. And yet, as unexpected as it is, we still crave kindness, which may very well be because research shows being kind is a natural part of the human condition.
We're genetically wired to be kind. It's actually our deepest identity.
David Hamilton is a former organic chemist from Scotland.
It's when we're not being kind that it's unhealthy. It's when we're not being kind that we feel separate and we feel disconnected and we feel unhappy and something's out of sorts. And the heart eases off some of its pressure.
He's made a career lecturing and writing about how kindness isn't just something we do or something we feel. It's something our bodies actually need.
Being kind, because it makes you feel warm and connected, it actually changes the internal biochemistry of your body.
There's a physical effect.
A physical effect. You know, it's the opposite of stress.
Really, there's a hormone that's produced every time we do something kind. It's called oxytocin, what Hamilton likes to call the kindness hormone.
One of the things that it does is it softens the walls of the arteries. You know, it's funny, it's like a mirror. As you become softer towards people, so you soften on the inside, it actually softens the walls of the arteries. And when that happens, the heart doesn't have to push as hard to get the blood through, so blood pressure drops.
And he says you can get that healthy effect by doing nothing more than offering a smile.
So it doesn't have to be some grand gesture, right?
No, it's the consistency of doing small things that matter more than doing one grand gesture.
Elizabeth Higgins Clark and her fiancé, Lauren Pomerantz, found that out.
Remember when I gave blood?
Oh, yeah.
When they set out to do one small act of kindness every day for an entire year.
What was the reaction?
Well, a lot of our friends made fun of us.
Correct. A lot of our friends made fun
A
of
lot of
us.
our friends made fun of us.
Hoping to inspire others, they posted their efforts on social media under the hashtag #KeepAmericaKind. They filled expired parking meters with coins. They sent pizzas to sheriff's departments.
Add a little bit here, add a little bit here.
And baked cookies for strangers.
Big for construction workers.
Construction workers, crossing guards,
UPS drivers.
anyone we could think of who we thought would need a cookie.
When they ran out of their own ideas, they'd seek out nonprofits like Big Sunday in Los Angeles.
Did we do shampoo yet?
No.
On the day we visited, they were making care packages for the homeless. What they found after 365 days of doing small acts like this, is that kindness was like a muscle. If it went unused, it would atrophy, and the urge to be kind would go away.
Once you keep going and keep going and keep going, you build it up and it changes.
It's like a workout.
Yeah, it is.
The more you do it, the more comfortable you are, the better you are at it.
Which would seem to suggest the earlier you start being kind, the better.
My job is to figure out a way to go into a school and make kindness cool.
Everyone say, be brave. Everyone say, be kind. Everybody say, change the world.
Brian Williams is the founder of Think Kindness, a program he developed specifically for schools to teach kids that no kind act is too small.
I want to make sure I get to know you guys.
It's super important that we start kids early to train them saying, look, every single day you have an opportunity to make a difference in the world, but it's up to you as whether you'll take action.
At Mount Rose Elementary in Reno, Nevada.
Point to the other person next to you. Say, you can change the world. Point to the person behind you. Say, you can change the world.
He was recruiting what he calls kindness ninjas, who do good deeds like writing a teacher, "You're awesome, keep it up," and then delivering that kind message without anyone ever noticing. Or at least that's the idea.
When we see those acts of kindness, it reinforces that belief, like our world is good, our world is awesome, people are awesome, and we can all band together and make a difference.
He works with older students too, like the ones at nearby B.D. Billinghurst Middle School, where messages of kindness and respect are everywhere you turn.
I'm not sure how big kindness is going to be.
There's a whole kindness crew who makes them. They also organize school-wide kindness campaigns that students say have changed the school's culture.
Kids have not been bullying people, and then they haven't been like saying mean comments and stuff.
It really is that simple, just to be kind?
It's not something that you're just going to go into classrooms one month and then it's going to be like, oh, the whole school's kind. It's going to have to take convincing for those kids who don't want to do it.
I think we need some up in here.
Nobody needs to convince Tracy Bild about the lasting power of kindness. Almost any Christmas tree reminds her of Jug.
Okay.
She still comes to visit him, even though he's long gone now. His real name was Gerald Woodruff, by the way. She kept in touch with Jug's kids, too.
Hi, guys!
How are you?
Oh, my God. I know.
Imagine all the Christmases that have come and gone.
I just want to thank you guys, though, for your dad.
And yet, here they were, decades later, talking about an act of kindness their dad had done that still resonates.
And it amazes you what one small act of kindness, how it grows.
Oh, well, look at
and you never know. I mean, he never did stuff for a thank you. He just saw a need, and he loved people, and just went right in and helped. Yeah.
Which gets us back to George Bailey. That Hollywood ending did prove one thing. Kindness begets kindness. It's contagious in all the right ways.
Attaboy, Clarence.
I think we think about doing kind things a lot, but think, I don't need to do that. It's stupid, or why would I do that? I think we just need to do it. Stop thinking about things and just do it.